All right. Okay.
Yeah. It's, I don't know if it's established or in the process of being established, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
After we're done tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, personally, as much as that would be fun,
Yeah. And yell at Kane. Kane, we need you to do the thing. Not yet, but yeah.
What? Dang it, my mic. My darn mic cable. My mic cable wasn't properly aligned, I guess. Ugh.
I mean, and it's not just Kane. It's the group of people.
Yeah, they're a bunch of just screw offs. They don't take this thing incredibly seriously. I mean they take it serious enough, as in like they are working towards the betterment of the guild. They're organizing events. You know, it seems like a very active, well-organized community.
The one bad thing about their events is it's at times where you're not available to participate, and you know it's just like, hey, you know, whatever. But
no, and personally, I completely understand. Unless it's founded on the West Coast, it will definitely be at times that I am not available.
Yeah.
So that's why, quite frankly, I just don't put too much emphasis on that aspect of the game. Sorry, game was loading. It was going to cut me off.
Yeah.
Like I don't put too much. I don't put too much emphasis on that portion of the game, just because I'm not that kind of player. I'm not available at all times of the day to do raids and events and stuff like that. So it's like, hey, look, if you'll have me, great. Don't force me to do stuff, because I will probably tell you no about 90% of the time. Ooh, new fancy background.
Yeah, because I believe you logged out in Kugane.
I did.
Oh, and welcome to Kugane.
Welcome to Kugane. But yeah, I had a logistical issue tonight. I had to go and set up my my projector at the church for a baptism, and they had an audio cord that I need for my PS4 setup. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother. But I was having fun with the new Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC today.
Oh yeah?
And quite frankly, I'm a little pissed off about it. Just a little bit.
You're upset that it's good?
Not that it's good. It's, to me, it's the kind of thing that should have been in the game already.
Well, then let me ask you one question. If it's DLC, how much did said DLC cost?
30 bones.
Ow.
I know. But it does add a lot to the game. It, but
I mean that at $30, that should be a game's worth of content.
yeah, I think Artemis beat it in about 3 hours. But
Oh.
it adds.
Okay, granted that is Artemis.
Yeah, that is Artemis. So probably it's about 6 to 7 hours worth of content. But the big thing though is, without going into spoilers, it makes. Hold on.
Keep in mind, you don't need to worry about spoilers for Kingdom Hearts for me because I have no context for anything in the game.
Okay, so there is a kind of a boss rush at the end part of the game.
And part of the base game or and part of the
Base
DLC?
game. Yeah.
Okay.
End game, base game, there's a boss rush. And during this boss rush, you come across characters that you have grown to know and love in the past 10 games in the series. And what winds up happening in the base game is lots of things happen very quickly, and you're just like, oh, that guy's back. Oh, that guy's back. Oh, that guy's back. Oh, that person's back.
Let me guess, they all got wiped out.
No.
Okay.
They didn't get all wiped out, but it was just kind of like, oh, well, that guy just appeared. Oh, well, that guy appeared. Oh, and no, all right, well, that guy's here. All right. But then in the DLC,
Hey, the gang's all here.
yeah. So they got the band back together, but nobody knows how the band really got back together. They, like, certain people just appear, certain people were there all along, certain people were in disguise, so it's like everyone just magically comes.
And it's like, no one's asking, how the heck did everybody get here?
One second. I'm having fun with Kane in FC chat.
Oh,
Apparently Kane threw a gunblade at me. I was like, why a gunblade? Why a gunblade? I want gun sights or gun knuckles or gun boots. And he goes, that's because that's the current job I'm on. But so anyway, so the DLC provides a lot of very intriguing and necessary information. A lot of information that would be very vital and very much so make a crapload more sense. Hey, here's a DLC. Let's just throw all of it in there. But I will openly state, the only way you do know this is because all of the events transpire in the vanilla game. So I give it a pass because while, yes, they pretty much rehash the majority of Endgame in the DLC, it is absolutely vital that the Endgame happen prior to the DLC happening. Because there's something...
And so if someone were to pick up the DLC, and they shouldn't access it until they beat the game.
It does not allow
that
them
even be
to
possible?
access it until they beat the game.
Okay.
So,
Well, that's good.
so like I said, it's annoying that all of this information was kept from us, but it is creative to where you are forced to watch all of the end game and go through the end game not knowing exactly what's going on. But then things happen to where you get taken back to the beginning of that end game portion. And then you have a new intelligence, so to speak, that then you're taken through all of the events at end game, and a lot more is revealed and a lot more makes sense. So right now, I'm at the point where I'm about, like, I would say it's about 50% through the final boss rush of Endgame. And I am liking it so far, but like I said, I'm a little pissed because I feel like this could have been in the game. Like, it could have been in the game, but then now that I think about it, no. The way they scripted it, you cannot have it a part of the game. Cause like for instance, Final Fantasy 15's DLC, there's Gladio, Prompto, Ignis, and then Arden, which I still haven't played Arden. I need to play Arden. But
I got the season pass one about the game, and I have not touched any of the DLC. So technically, I have it all. I just don't.
The Prompto DLC is very much worth playing. Prompto DLC is very good. Ignis DLC is just awesome. Gladio DLC, it's a lot of, I'm a Bamf. I fight people and Gilgamesh. And that's pretty much it.
Wait. I Gilgamesh? What?
Gilgamesh? You know who Gilgamesh is, right?
Yeah. Like one of the earliest stories ever written.
Do you know Gilgamesh in terms of Final Fantasy?
What?
Oh my gosh. Wow. Which ones have you played again?
3, 4, 6, 7, a little bit of 8, a little bit of 9, 10, got stalled out in 12.
Gilgamesh is in 10.
15.
Gilgamesh should have been in 10. Hold up. I gotta look this up. Because I think you somehow managed to play every Final Fantasy that doesn't have Gilgamesh in it. Okay, let's see here. Okay, 5. He's in 6 advanced. That doesn't count. 8, 12, 14, 15, type 0. Oh my gosh. Wow. You actually managed to play every Final Fantasy that does not have Gilgamesh in it.
Okay, close that. Go back to the game. Go back to the game.
What are the freaking odds of that? Okay. All right. I will briefly explain Gilgamesh. Bad A mofo.
No,
What?
Explain Gladiolus.
Gladio?
Yeah.
What do you mean explain Gladio?
Why is he Gilgamesh?
Okay. Hold on. You got to know who Gilgamesh is first.
I know who Gilgamesh is.
Okay.
I took world history.
All right. Well, in the Final Fantasy realm, he is usually a ultimate boss. He was first introduced in Final Fantasy V as the dude on the bridge. He has like 6 arms, wields a crap load of weapons, and he's a bad A mofo. So, what happens is, in Final Fantasy 15, there's a point where Gladio, he just goes, I gotta take off for a bit, guys. I need to go.
Yeah, I remember that part.
Yeah. So he takes off, and then that's actually when the DLC happens. His episode. So he goes to this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. So then he goes to this cave, and then he finds out that there's this cave that allegedly has Gilgamesh. Excuse me. Hey, Wacky. Apparently it has Gilgamesh and a bad A sword that Gladio really, really, really wants. So he winds up going to this place and fighting Gilgamesh, and he's with Core. Okay, Core is the saving grace of the Gladio DLC, because Core is
awesome.
Core is Jack Bauer plus Chuck Norris God tier. I don't care.
Yeah. Oh no. I know Core from. I don't know if it was the 15 movie, or if like the brief stint he shows up in the base game of 15, but then in Brave Exvius. And oh my gosh, the guy he's awesome. he's a great guy.
Core is fantastic. He is my favorite character, hands down, of Final Fantasy. Well,
You see,
him and Gladio's little sister. I like Gladio's little sister, even though she's technically underage. Anyway.
you just want to smush her little cheeks and say, "Oh, you're so cute."
Mm-hmm. And still be in high school, but that's besides the point.
Okay. You see, I've mentioned what I want to do with the Final Fantasy series, right?
Uh-oh, no.
I want to. No, I'm sure I've mentioned this. I want all the Final Fantasies to be remade in the 2D sprite style of 4 through 6.
Okay.
So that includes Final Fantasy 15.
Okay.
Now, with this, because of the sprite style and how it's done, this would also mean turn-based combat like they had in 4 through 6, rather than the button mashing that I did all through 15 that I had no clue how to do anything.
Oh, man. I actually really enjoyed the combat system of 15. The only thing I didn't really understand, which if you understand you can exploit the absolute crap out of it, is spells. I didn't really understand spells, so I didn't really use them. But I used the kind of the exploit in Endgame in order to power level all the characters, where you can craft magic that'll give you like an insane amount of experience points, and you can do it on the guys around that first gas station you get to. So you're beating up insanely low-level monsters, but you're getting like hundreds of thousands of experience points for it. It's just absolutely broken.
Yeah. And so basically what I'm thinking is with my 2D sprite-based, turn-based Final Fantasy 15, all these little minor characters I would want to collect in the same manner as Final Fantasy 6, where I could interchange them out at any time in my base party.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I always found that a little wonky. In terms of just, I mean, yes, I get it. It's Final Fantasy. You can do whatever the crap you want. But still, logistics, man. Logistics. At least, like, Chrono Trigger, you had the end of time, which in theory, you can just, swap out characters. Oh, hey, hold up. I don't need you anymore. Can you go back to the end of time and pick up this person? We need their specialty here. Okay, that makes sense. But, I mean, even then, though, you could magically swap characters in and out wherever the crap you wanted. So, but at least there was somewhat of a mechanic. When you're in, like, Final Fantasy world, until you get some sort of an airship thing, it doesn't make any sense to have all the characters. Like, how are they all just hanging out with you? Is there, like, a big crew? I mean, are you going Gangnam style up to everyone? It's be like, yo, this is my crew. What's up? What's up?
Yeah,
it just doesn't really make
everybody
sense.
on chocobos.
I guess everyone's on chocobos. Wark. Alright. Okay, so time to find our friends. The spice trade. I love the quotes around spice trade right there from Alize. This is your spice trade. Magically, it's all white and is usually inhaled through $100 bills. Actually, that reminds me of a. Did you ever see the movie Mafia?
No.
It was a 1990s mockumentary, kind of a. Not really a mockumentary, but it was definitely a parody on mafias and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, it was really funny. There's this one point where the main character, he's talking about his brother who, like, becomes a cocaine addict, or the one you snort Cocaine? That's cocaine, right? I don't know my drugs.
Right, like I'm the person to ask.
I don't know. Anyway, the
Ladies
one
and
you
gentlemen,
snort.
this is a family-friendly stream. We cannot give you advice that you can rely on for your drugs.
Geez, at least my wife can give me a little bit of alcohol advice. Goodness. Her mother's side of the family drinks a lot. Yeah. Her mom's the only member in that family, and everyone else is cool. But yeah, there's always alcohol at those parties. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
So there's this point where the main character is talking about his brother. He's like, and then my brother got a problem with cocaine. He started with the cocaine, but then it just got to the point he just started snorting anything that was white and powdery. You see him at a blackjack table. He takes a whole pound of flour, just dumps it on the table. He takes a coin, a Vegas coin bucket, jabs a hole in it, pokes a straw in it, puts it over the pound of flour. He just snorts the whole thing, and he takes his glasses off. He's got these fake bug eyes, with all bloodshot red. He's just like, You need to track down that movie, Will. You would enjoy this one. You would very much so enjoy it. It's called Mafia. It was made sometime in the 90s, and it's just, it's glorious. It is very good. There's a point where one of the Mafia guys gets shot. Lady comes in with a jar of Prego and hooks it up to his IV drip bag. But I won't spoil the ending for you. The ending is the most absolutely glorious ending you will ever watch your entire life. Just.
Oh, okay. So I just looked it up on IMDb. Wait, maybe I did. Have I seen it? If I've seen it, it's been so long.
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. It is very good. Oh my gosh, and High School High. High School High is glorious. Have you seen that one?
No.
Oh
that one I know I have not seen.
You need to watch High School High. That is another glorious movie. It's just so
okay.
Good.
Well,
that's one your wife just might despise you if you make her watch that movie unless she's into like 90s kind of parody comedies, stuff like that. I mean, it's a John Lovitz movie. What do you expect?
Yeah, this is definitely the type of humor that my wife hates.
Yeah. Excuse me.
All right, you watch your cutscene. I'm going to watch the trailer for Mafia.
Okay. Forward march. Juan, dos, tres, four.
Oh, jeez. the trailer. Run, Florist, run.
Uh-huh. Yep.
By the 12. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Get drunk.
Oh, 1,000 pardons, my lady. The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
And you are?
Vash the Stampede.
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugani and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
Lolorito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kagane. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
Difficult relationship, yes. That's putting it mildly.
My, such naked suspicion.
Do you know who the crap you're talking to, Bromite?
I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
Thinking? Ha! More like knowing.
I beg your pardon? If you are trying to win my trust, you
It's
are failing quite
advertised as
spectacularly.
Jane Austen's Mafia.
Different Mafia. Different Jane Austen.
Yeah.
So good movie, huh? Looks great, right?
No, I think it's one of those movies where I know I've seen it because I remember
Oh
bits
dear,
and
have I
pieces.
offended you? Once again, I must apologize.
And
Too
I've
much
just
time in
forgotten
the Far East, you see. One is
So you'll
compelled
probably
to
still say,
talk
well,
in
you need to go
circles
watch it
round
again.
everything
You do.
here, and
Now
you
go
find
look up High
oneself
School
longing for
High.
The invigoratingly candid speech of the all-down
Oh, I don't need
markets.
to.
Why?
Though I see now that
Because
this was neither the time nor the place
On
to indulge
Amazon,
said
because
longing.
Amazon Prime is where I clicked the link to watch the trailer. High School High is listed just right there as, customers who watched this item also watched, and there's, High School High right there in the list.
Oh, good. I need to watch that again.
But there is no option to watch the trailer.
Oh.
So,
Let's just say.
oh well.
Let's just say the movie starts with John Lovitz driving into a city, and then every radio station starts playing Gangster's Paradise. All of them.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of them. And that sets the tone for the movie.
Even the country station.
Well, he was listening to I am on top of the world looking down on creation. Been spending most our lives living in a gangster's paradise. Living in a gangster's paradise. Oh,
Fantastic.
it is so good.
Might I suggest that we
There's
continue
so
this
many things
conversation
in
at
that
the
movie.
So
conversation
You're,
good.
office?
you're just like,
Too many eyes and ears
oh my
here, you
gosh, this
understand.
movie could never
Could
be
be
made
decidedly
today.
reckless to say any more.
It's like that High School High is one of those movies that could never, ever, ever be made today. It would go down so hard before it even hit the. I think the filming crew would actually go on strike if that movie was filmed today. Quite honestly.
You have to
If I may
consider
favour
people's
you with the invigorating
feelings.
candy you apparently
Yeah.
crave, it would be
Not
decidedly
all the
reckless to follow a
ghettos
man
like
I neither
that.
know nor
Yeah,
trust.
no, I went to the ghetto. A
Give me
lot of
one
it
good
was
reason
like
why we
that.
should
I'm
accept
sorry.
Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Stereotypes exist for a reason. Not everyone was like that, but there were people like that.
Not everyone,
Yes,
but enough.
but enough.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect.
Oh boy.
Very
All right,
well
so
then.
I am actually
I shall
back in
explain.
game.
Now,
You understand that you are
So
come
how
to
was
a most
magic?
reclusive and secretive nation.
It was a
One
distraction,
whose
a good
borders are closed to
distraction.
foreign trade, save at this single port.
Wacky, what were you
I was
trying?
seeing-
What were you trying to? What were you trying to solo again on Monster Hunter? Like I know you had
For
a couple
me, it should come
typos,
as
but I
no
can't make
surprise
out what
that a
you were
great
trying
many
to say. A
parties
low
have vested
density
interests
2500 Monster
Merchants
Quest.
like
Is that
myself
the
are a given, of course,
the
but for every one of us,
cash
you may be
value
certain there
of
is
the quest
also
or
an
something?
agent of a foreign government. Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the
Oh, not
Dalian
Monster Hunter.
Empire,
Oh, okay.
with whom you have such a
Oh, Black
difficult
Desert Online.
relationship.
Got it.
You know that game,
To
Black Desert
paraphrase,
Online, it does a
Kagani
lot of
is teeming with
a lot of
imperial
things
spies,
right.
one or several of whom could
but
now
not
be
nearly
listening to our
enough.
every word.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have
Public.
my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
Oof. By the way, bedtime tonight went amazingly better than last night.
Oh, well,
I-
that's good to hear.
I don't want to murder my kids tonight. That's a good thing.
That's always improvement.
Yes. You know, it's like one of those things. It's like one of those things where I actually talked to my kids, and I felt like they understood me. Not only did they understood me, they actually took my words to heart. Excuse me. It was beautiful, man. Like I just flat out told my kids, because I took them to the aquarium earlier this morning.
Yeah.
And, I got to post a picture of my daughters with this seal that, so we were in the underwater viewing area, and they have this big old circle window. And my kids are like, hey, Daddy, maybe a seal will come by. I was like, well, you know, they come by pretty often, so why don't we hang out? Why don't we just hang out here and check it out? Because I took the kids, and my wife stayed home and did a lot of organizing at home, and I now have a trash can and a half full of stuff that she's thrown out, which is glorious. mostly like old sheets and knickknacks and crap that we've never touched in years. So, but it was very much so necessary. So then anyway, we were standing there, and all of a sudden this seal comes by, and then my daughter, she has this little rainbow colored, I think it's a goat, I don't know, one of those Ty Warner, one of those Ty dolls with the big A eyes. So then I'm using Morgana as my reference. She just took it and went across against the glass, and then the seal just goes, oh. And he was actually like pushing his nose up against the glass, trying to figure out what the crap that little doll was. And he just stood there, and he was just glued. He was mesmerized by it. It's just like, what is that? I don't know what that is. So yeah.
Like, the other side of that glass is just like a world I have no context for. What is going on?
Well, I mean, the seal's been there for a long time, so the seal understands there is a world outside the clear thing that I can't stick my nose through. But I would imagine every once in a while there's going to be something a little kid's going to put against the glass. They're just like, ooh, what is that? Ooh. So, yeah. But yeah, it was it was pretty dang cool. It was a lot of fun. You have a dragon and a panda? Yeah, my kiddos are absolutely addicted to those things. I tell you what, man, we have actually done a bit of work for Ty Warner, the guy who owns the company. We've designed some pools at a couple of his resorts now. I'm just going to be like, can I accept like $100 of that payment just in stuffed animals? That would be great. then I'd be like, there you
Oh.
go. Christmas presents for life. Anyway. Yeah. My kids go bonkers.
I remember seeing an online headline from, like, it wasn't The Onion, but it was a website like that.
Right.
Where, you know, so like completely fake headlines and news and whatnot. And it was spoofing on the fact that, like, I guess back in the 90s when Beanie Babies were extremely popular,
Uh-huh.
that
That freaking blue
I guess
elephant peanut. That's all I gotta say. My mom almost bought that royal blue effing elephant. She almost bought that one, but she liked the light blue one more. And the price difference literally was thousands of dollars over time. Like, that effing Beanie Baby was worth like $2,000 to $3,000, anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000. I can't remember how much, but it was literally in the thousands of dollars. And my mom almost bought that. She was like, "Yeah, I almost bought that dumb thing. I should have bought that one." But then we would have torn the tag off it anyways, and the value would have gone straight down the crapper. But
well,
anyway, moving on.
but no. So this online headline, yeah, apparently, you know, one of the big, I can't even think of the term for it, but you know, it was said that Beanie Babies, you know, the reason that they got to be so popular is because how you know they felt, and they were stuffed with some unusual substance or whatever. So there were all rumors, you know, about, oh no, they're actually stuffed with like spider eggs, and you know, so you know that's how it gets. Like, you know, clearly not the actual case, but like that was one of the things apparently back in the 90s. So this headline was basically saying, yeah, all those spider eggs the Beanie Babies were filled with, they're hatching this year.
Oh no!
And I mean, I looked at it and I'm just like, man, you know, clearly it's The Onion, or equivalent thereof. But it's just like, that'd be so awesome if that were actually the case. Everybody that thought that this.
Oh man, dude.
Can you
It'd be
imagine
like-
how many
it'd
houses
be
would
like
have to be burned down?
It'd be like 8-legged freaks all over again, man.
Which is actually one of my father-in-law's favorite movies.
Oh no. But that's a movie I know it exists, but I'm like,
Yeah.
How does this exist? How?
Well, now you see, you got to remember two things in regard to eight-legged freaks.
You'd
and
hear my
father-in-law
wife
liking
too,
them.
Wacky. You're not alone. Anyway.
One, my father-in-law absolutely loves these.
He loves what?
Which B movies.
Oh, okay.
Which, and you know, Eight-Legged Freaks is essentially a high-budget B movie.
Right.
It's a B movie that got the budget for an A movie.
Somehow.
But on top of that, he's a retired exterminator.
Ah, right.
So he's dealt with bugs and pests his entire professional life. And it's just like, yeah.
Oh man. No, but yeah, shoot, where was I gonna go with that? I was gonna pivot somewhere, but I don't remember where. Yeah, whatever. It'll come back to me eventually.
Okay, where was I going with all of this? This character. I've got to find bait. Okay.
Have you tried a jig or lure?
According to this website I found, the appropriate bait for the fish I'm going to be trying to catch is called a marble nymph.
Well, why don't you just try a jig like, come on into my boat, come on into my boat, fish, fish, come on into my
Come
boat,
on into the
fish.
boat. Come on into the boat. Fish, fish.
You know, it also really works good with the ladies, you know, like, come on over the house, come on over the house, girls, girls. And that's how I got in trouble. Anyway.
Oh no, what was it? There's along the same lines. I remember seeing a series of tweets where I explained the situation, and the tweets would always end with the same line, and that's how the fight started.
And that's how I wound up getting punched that day. Oh man. Oh yeah. By the way. Speaking of getting punched, we finished up Winter Soldier today.
Oh, nice.
And
Did you see the list I sent you?
No. I haven't looked at it yet. I haven't had time today.
Okay.
But I have questions.
You have questions.
Who the F are the twins in the teaser? Now, who are the twins, and what is that rod thing? I feel like I've seen it before, but I can't make the connection to what it was. So it's Hydra dudes in the bunker, have the rod, have the twins. One twin goes like wicked fast, the other one like slices blocks with her mind.
Okay, so Loki's staff.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was Loki's staff. Okay.
Okay. And then the twins are Wanda and Pietro Maximoff,
Don't know him.
also known as the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
Okay, I've heard of Quicksilver, but I don't know the Scarlet Witch.
Okay. They are X-Men, but they're also Avengers.
Wait,
And that
they are X-Men? Like legit X-Men?
yes, they are mutants.
Okay. Oh, so that's what the dude was talking about, miracles. Because the
Yeah,
dude. Anyway, go ahead.
Due to legal constraints, they could not use the term mutant at that time in the MCU.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. I thought Marvel had X-Men too, or was that? Oh, was that because it was like under Fox or something?
Yes.
Ah, got it.
That Marvel kept the rights to all the comic books, but the movie rights they sold off, I want to say in the 90s or so, because the company was going bankrupt.
Got it.
And that's how Fox and Sony and this, that, and the other all had the rights to various
Got it.
Marvel superhero properties.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
And it's only been recently that Marvel or Disney
Right.
has reacquired the rights to the characters back.
Got it.
I mean, I think Disney went a bit overboard buying the entirety of Fox just for the Marvel characters.
Wait, is that
But-
legitimately why they bought Fox?
Oh, I'm sure there's probably other reasons as well.
Okay.
But the fact that they could get the Marvel characters as a part of it is
A
not
definite-
something they're going to complain about.
Right. Definite bonus.
Yeah. But because Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are both Avengers and X-Men, they are basically were allowed to be used in both properties.
Ah, got it. Now that's interesting.
And
So what's the next movie I would see them in?
let me go ahead and double check what. Let me pull up my list. Seriously, I can't. can't get to my desktop. It's not gonna let me look at my desktop. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this backwards way. Okay. Because I think I made a mistake when, because I posted a PDF into your server,
Uh-huh.
but I think I might have to. I just made an Excel file and exported it as PDF, but I think I might have to rejigger the listing, because ultimately you should watch it in publication order.
Oh, okay.
Because yeah. Okay, so for the movies. Okay, so you've seen Iron Man.
Yes.
Have you? Okay, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk.
Yes, but it's been a while.
Okay, and
But
it
wait a minute,
was the one
Kane, what's forbidden? What are you saying is forbidden? And how dare
What?
you say it in FC chat and not bring it to our faces? You and your... Oh, you dinkus. You...
Was is verboten?
This is verboten. You do not mock
Nothing is
us in
verboten.
FC chat, and then you carry on conversation with people who may or may not exist, and you be like, ah ha ha, he said for a joke, and everyone be like, who said for a joke? And you say that guy, he said for a joke, and they go, we know he joke, and everything is verboten, everything. They say, who said funny joke? And I say, that man said funny joke. But then they don't see me. They don't see me. They don't hear me. They don't know. They do not know. I was wondering if you would catch on. I just barely saw in the chat right before I went into the cutscene. It said, it's forbidden, Soraya. I was just like, wait, what is forbidden? I don't even know. I don't even know, man. Here we are, just...
I need context. I need context, Kane.
Come on, Kane. Give me the context, Kane.
Give me the context.
Come on, Kane. Si se puede, Kane. But, yes. I am pretty certain I have seen the Hulk. Wasn't there, like, 2 of the Hulk? And, like they did one... And then they redid one, and then they, like, kind of redid it again?
Okay, well, they did Hulk, which starred Eric Bana, and it was directed by Ang Lee.
Okay.
And it was, like, 3.5 hours long, and I figured that after an hour and a half, maybe 2 at most,
Wait. Kane, it's no longer active, Kane.
We interrupt this program to annoy you and make things generally irritating.
Hey, little Darian. What is up, amigo?
Hello, Darian.
Welcome to the Frito Bandito Taqueria. That's a very strong meat and mead.
But, okay, so the Eric Bana Hulk was the first one that they did, and it was way too long, and in my personal opinion, and is not a part of the MCU.
Okay. The
Another
second one is
the second one, which is called The Incredible Hulk.
Okay.
Which starred Edward Norton. That one is technically part of the MCU, and that is the one that is the Hulk that is recruited into the Avengers.
Okay. Yeah, the Hulk was one of those characters that just totally annoyed me in terms of like, oh well, here's the movie. Wait, no, that one sucked. Let's do it again. Oh no, wait. Wasn't there legitimately 3 of the Hulk movies and they were all like reboots just because they all sucked?
No, only 2. You're thinking of Fantastic Four.
Right.
Because Marvel did not have the rights to the Fantastic Four, and people kept taking creative liberties with the Fantastic Four, and it's just like, you don't need to take creative liberties with this property.
There is a ton of backup material for this. By the way, Lil Darian, once I get through this cutscene, we'll roll you a wheel spin for the raid. We'll just do a quick one tonight.
Okay. So, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk. You've seen Iron Man 2?
Yes. I have seen the second Iron Man.
Okay. And then Thor?
Yes.
Captain America, the First Avenger?
Yes.
Avengers?
Ah! Cups today. Cool. All right. We're going to pause that. We're going to do a Shaker Cup show, and then we will get back to this riveting discussion.
Just riveting, I say.
Absolutely riveting. All right, so Lil Darian, thank you so much for that raid. So for that raid, what we're going to do is we are going to do what I affectionately call a wheel spin. So for those of you that are just joining the channel for the first time, what is up? My name is The Feral. This is the Frito Bandito Taqueria. I am glad that you're all here. The other dude that you hear, that is William Paul. He is kind of my co-host. You know, I kind of left the back door open one day, and he just never left. I don't know. Anyway, so what I like to do, I'm not going to give you any time to counteract that, Will. No.
Not this time.
Not this time. Anyway, so
Shaker Cups.
Shaker Cups. I am a skill toy aficionado. I have been playing with skill toys for well over a decade now. I am very proficient in over 16 different toys. I was sponsored for Astrojax for about 8 years. That's where I got my start. If you check out my YouTube, you can definitely check out all of the yo-yo videos that I have ever made. There's a lot of good stuff in there. I haven't made videos for probably about 4 years now. A couple reasons. Number one, I don't have time to research and develop new tricks, so all my videos would be me rehashing the same tricks, and I thought that would be kind of dumb. And I just don't have time to film and edit. Oh, very nice. So, go now. Are you gonna get in trouble with that? You know, just post.
I have no idea.
Kane, I need a judge's ruling on this. Do we allow it? I'm already tuned in, sir.
Jeez.
Kane's like, I'm already tuned in. I'm the only one that actually cares about that.
No, I'm suddenly picturing Kane as Judge Mills Lane from Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yes.
I'll allow
it. That's exactly what I was going for. I freaking loved Celebrity Deathmatch. Why is me banging on my computer bringing up Playfire? Why did it do that? I don't know. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to... No, Play Night, go away. I don't want that. I want my music. I want some trance. I need some good stuff here. You know what? Now we're just gonna go with our tried and true pretzel. We're going with pretzel here. All right. So, or do you? So, all right. So these are shaker cups. This style of juggling actually comes from bartending. Where bartenders would juggle their cups that they would shake their cocktails in. Not that I really know anything about cocktails at all. Hence, we talked about earlier, I know nothing about alcohol, and I know absolutely nothing about drugs. So, on that note, shaker cups, they come in, most shaker cups come in metal varieties. I honestly stole these from a cruise ship on my honeymoon because these are absolutely the best plastic shaker cups I have ever found. I have legitimately looked far and wide for shaker cups that are better than these cups, and I have never found them. So I found them on my cruise boat, and yeah, anyway. So that is beyond the statute of limitations. You cannot do anything about it. So here we go. Here is some shaker cup juggling. Enjoy, everybody. Okie So that, my friends, is shaker cups. Honestly, it's one of the forms of juggling that I do that I kind of have the lowest trick level on, because every skill toy has tricks, and they're always classified in different levels: beginner, intermediate, advanced, like god tier tricks. So in Astrojax, I'm kind of in the almost god tier. I have a couple tricks that are definite god tier tricks. I've never seen anyone do tricks that I do. Yeah, I mean, mainly there's only about a dozen of us that exist that actually put crap on YouTube. But they're starting to come back. They're getting a new run of them. Personally, I'm not a big fan of them, and for reasons I don't really talk about why I don't do much for Astrojax anymore, other than my official statement is I have kids and I just don't have time to film that much anymore. That's about it. But with shaker cups, I'll just say the main reason why these cups are really good, if you can see, there's the waves in them. So those waves stick out about a quarter, maybe like an eighth of an inch. And then what happens is it allows the cups to slip freely in and out so they don't get any suction on them. That's the problem with most cups, is that if it has a solid surface all the way around, it'll suction into the other cup and it doesn't slide out freely. So that's why it's a problem. But with metal shaker cups, most of them will actually have like a screw with two nuts. It's like a standard screw with a nut on top of it, and they will actually go into moisture as well. But they'll actually go in and they'll separate on the bottom by about that much. So that creates the same idea. The only problem is it makes the cups a lot heavier, and the metal cups are so loud. They are insanely loud. So, anyway, well, that is it. We will get back to our game here. Give me 1 second. By the way, Jiraxel, welcome to the stream, my friend. Hope you're enjoying your stay in the Frito Bendito Taqueria. Let me get my camera set back up again. I need to put my filters back on. That, and done. All right. Oh, hold up. Oh, no. No, we're good. And click. And we're back. So, okay, so you stopped off at the League of Legends a bit too
I
active.
think I stopped off.
You just said, okay, by the way, for those of you just joining us, Will is, we're talking about the Marvel Universe, the MCU.
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes, because my wife and I are actually finally getting around to actually watching some movies. It's been literally months since we actually sat down together and watched a movie. So,
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get, and my wife and I are so ridiculously far behind on the MCU. So I'm trying to talk to Will, who is a, what would you say? Are you a self-proclaimed know-it-all, or just very well informed? What would you classify?
I would say that I am a comic book amateur aficionado. Amateur in the sense that, well, if I was professional or an actual aficionado, I would actually be collecting and reading comic books currently. But
So would it be safe to
that costs money.
But that would be safe to say that you are a enthused hobbyist.
Yes. I am, as far as I'm aware, up to date and in the know in regard to the goings-on of the MCU, at the very least. So, because I know you said the last movie that you watched was Captain America 2, Winter Soldier, and I know you mentioned a couple days ago you watched Thor: The Dark World.
Yes.
And so, going off that, and we were just double checking that the list of MCU movies by release date, and we went through Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America: The First Avenger, Avengers. Have you seen Avengers?
Yes, we have seen the first Avengers. But
The first Avengers.
it has been a long time since we've watched that one.
Okay. Now, you see, those movies that I just listed off is what's referred to as the first phase.
Okay.
The second phase begins with Iron Man 3.
Ooh. I have not seen Iron Man 3.
And then Thor 2.
Okay.
And Captain America 2.
Okay, so pretty much but then what about, like, Doctor Strange? Because we've seen Doctor Strange. Where does that fall in?
That is in phase 3.
Okay.
Because it, like you said, if you're backtracking to a certain extent, you know, Thor: Dark World, that came out in November of 2013.
Right.
Captain America came out in April of 2014. Doctor Strange was November of 2016.
Ah, okay. But in terms
so
of, like,
I would-
in terms of actual timeline, do you know where the Doctor Strange movie fits in with everything else?
Approximately, Doctor Strange is in 2016.
No. I'm talking about, like let's say all the movies are actually on a timeline. Not by release date, but like actual events within the movie. Because obviously first would be Captain America. Right?
Yes.
Because technically that happened.
Well, there are events that occur that are referenced that.
But we're talking about, like, backstory of the movie, though, right?
Yeah. Okay. So, Doctor Strange. Obviously, it starts earlier than. Yeah, it starts several months or years or whatever in the past, and then by the end of the movie, the events of when it occurs, like the big climax scene, that is basically current with the MCU at the time it was theatrically released.
Okay. Ooh. This place looks fancy.
I thought
Now,
I just took
what
great pains
what
to
you're
ward
going to
these
do,
walls against
what
all
you're going to
manner of
run into,
surveillance. Where business
is
dealings are concerned, we do not compromise on
when you get to
confidentiality.
them, Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
You may
I've
avail
seen both of
yourselves
those.
These offices for the duration of your visit.
Okay,
Come
they
go as you
basically
like,
occur
and know that
back
you may
to
speak
back.
freely here.
Okay.
Despite the fact that they were released about 3 years apart from each other.
Right.
And then I think there's the one
Your offer is most
mid or
generous,
post
but I
credit
will not
scene
enter into any
that
agreement which
is,
would leave us beholden to you or your master.
A bit further into the future.
Right, because of Groot.
Yes.
Yes, I understood that.
A
Yeah.
legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify then.
But I would think
The
that
chairman
based on
bids you
this list
consider
and
this
what you
as an
said, what you're
expression of
saying
his
that you've seen,
heartfelt contrition
I would
for the
expect
bloody
Iron Man
banquet
3
and the
would probably end up being your
unpleasantness
next
which followed.
watch.
I'm sorry. I
Next
gotta
movie to watch.
I gotta pause you there for a second. I love it. A legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify. The chairman bids you consider this as an expression of his heartfelt contrition for the bloody banquet and unpleasantries which followed. I was effing exiled from that place. I was exiled. My friends died. Hot chick Minphilia is no more. Allegedly. Yeah, no. Some fancy digs and a nice meal is going to be just a little bit. Not enough. Not enough, buddy. Not enough, you little murderous potat. No.
Just a touch.
Just a touch. Not enough. Dude, Lise is not having any of that. That is almost like power violin stance right there. Lise is just not having any of that. Alize is kind of like, you serious, bruh? Alphino's like, I'm Alfie. Joya is just disdain. That is disdain. Look at that eye. That's not the monocle. The other eye is just absolute disdain. And then Tataru is just kind of like, derp 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 derp. She's just kind of like, what?
What's going on?
Why am I here and not murdering civilizations?
What? I need to go back to more donuts.
I need more donuts. Which I do have a glorious tiger tail in my kitchen waiting for me for tomorrow morning. I'm excited. Yay! So I get to have my here's my power breakfast for tomorrow morning. Get this. So I have a tiger's tail, which is about yay long of a donut, and I have my vegan protein shake, and I put dairy milk in it. Just because.
Wait, no.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to lose the levitation and the glowing eyes, but you know what? By golly, I'm not doing the almond milk thing. No. Do you know how much water it takes to grow a single almond? I care about California's water resources, man. Therefore, by me not buying almond milk, I totally make all the difference in the world in terms of saving the planet and crap. Because by me not buying stuff that is going to be produced anyway and just bought by someone else, I'm totally making a stand for the environment, man. Yeah, seriously, that's like the exact logic of everyone that's like, dude, don't buy gas on Wednesday, man. You're going to stick it to these oil companies, man. That's how we win, man. Yeah, just don't buy gas on Wednesday. And then you're just going to buy gas on Tuesday or Thursday, you freaking idiot. What What's the freaking difference, dude? There is no difference. People will buy on either Tuesday or Thursday if they're a part of your stupid bass-ackwards crappy protest. You freaking idiot.
Farrell, I have one thing to say to you.
Oh, no. Don't do it.
How dare you?
Oh, my gosh. Where did you get that? Where did you...
Dare you?
Where did you get that?
You know, if you just don't talk over it for a second.
How dare you?
There you go.
Okay, we now know where Greta Thunberg ripped it off. Greta Thunberg ripped off that "How dare you" from that guy. Who is that guy? Is that the doctor? Who is that?
I have no idea.
How do you not know? You downloaded the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. How dare you? I actually do a pretty good Greta Thunberg. How dare you? How dare you? Dude, that chick has got mental issues, man. Things all I'm saying is I really don't wish any will on that poor child. That poor child is like so messed up in the head. Like legitimately needs a padded room. Messed up. I feel horrible for her. I actually blame her parents. I think her parents are the worst parents on earth. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there. I think her parents are the worst parents on earth. To get someone in that much of a frenzy. I'm just like, I'm sorry. No. That's not doing that child any good at all. I don't care what your motivation is. Poor children should not be that messed up in the head. I'm sorry. I'll leave it there. I know some people get a little incensed when people take children and they're like, "Oh, you're not listening to them." Well, what they're saying is stupid. Why should I listen to them? I mean, come on. Anyway. Okay, so came here on a company vessel, securing passage in the Ruby Sea.
The Ruby Sea? Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Lise, you were raised in a refugee camp, and you beat the crap out of people. I don't think I would expect you to be good at geography.
Forgive me. This calls for a map.
I'm the map, 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 I'm the map!
We are here in Kugani.
So now what's this character gonna be called again?
Situated on her western coast.
The map?
Sorry, that's a Brian Regan bit.
Doma, meanwhile, is here on the eastern coast of Otherd in Yansha.
Yanja.
Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma, they must first cross the Ruby Sea. Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely the Confederacy. Said maritime collective is known for the consummate skill of its
I think it's really
sailors,
sad when
and
I've
for
been sitting
demanding
on
that
a
any
mount
vessel
for so
entering
long,
its waters pay a toll
mount
referred
music
to
just
as
gets
the
really
Ruby
annoying, and
Tide.
so you have to change mounts.
In exchange, the Confederacy's vast fleet guarantees the safety of those
That's
who
kind of
travel
why I
within
like
its
the
territory.
mecha, the Magitech armor mount. Well, because I mean, all I have is I have 2 chocobos and the mecha mount. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
I could listen to the overworld theme all day long. So I'm
Now,
Oh,
good
as
with
I'm
that.
sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling. The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma had other ideas, however. She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the Empire. Bowing to this pressure, Hingashi severed ties with these toll-takers and forbade the payment of the ruby tithe, prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea would do so at their peril.
So now remember, you've got Alamigo as the Western Front, and now we're in the Pacific Theater.
Okay.
No wonder they struggled
Right?
to secure passage
Right.
to Doma. What captain would risk
Yes.
such a journey given the circumstances?
I'm told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I'm annoyed by this guy's glasses.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's
It's like
footsteps.
I feel
and
like
attempt to
those
secure
should be
passage to
Bash
Doma
the
for
Stampede
ourselves.
glasses,
We
and
will
that
need
would
to cross
totally
the sea in any
complete
case,
the look.
and we may learn something of their whereabouts in the
But
process.
actually,
You
I
see-
mean, with my real life model here, I mean, his glasses, they look red, even though I know they're yellow. So,
Well, I mean, I kept wanting to call this guy Will Smith.
what? Really?
And should we find that they are still in Kagane, we can
Yeah.
make the journey together.
In that case, I have some information which may
Why
be of
Will
use to you.
Smith? This dude's
No quid
white.
pro quo, I assure you. The chairman was most
What is his
insistent
name?
that I aid you to the best of my ability.
Oh, got it. You know, I actually haven't seen that movie. Oh, that smile. Oh. I don't know what it is about teeth in this game, man. They just freaking creep me out. All right, we'll finish this one off, and then I am going to have to bail. I'm gonna have to bail for the night.
No, that's quite all right.
All right. A good samurai is hard to find. You know what, by golly, a good samurai is always hard to find. Alrighty then. So with that, we are definitely done for tonight. So yep, I had a little bit of a late start, because like I said, I actually finished off Winter Soldier with my wife, because my kids went to bed promptly on time without any fuss, and it was glorious. And we will see if lightning actually strikes twice tomorrow. So that is going to be it for this week. No streams tomorrow. Although I will probably be on Final Fantasy 14 tomorrow night, just messing around. So on Monday, we're going to do Left Alive. Because tonight, I couldn't do Left Alive because a very important cable that I needed for audio is a part of my mobile projector setup. And because of that, I did not get my cord back, and I didn't want to go through the trouble of jerry-rigging something up. And, yeah, I didn't want to do that. So I will get my cord back tomorrow, and we will set everything up for more Left Alive tomorrow night, on Monday night. Monday night. There is a good chance on Monday afternoon there will be a surprise stream. If we do a surprise stream, yeah, we might just play some more Final Fantasy just because I don't really want to boot up anything else. We'll just run some more quests on that. So, yeah, that is about it for this week. Just looking...
Daryl, you know it's not a surprise if you announce it.
Well, you know, whatever, shut up. You know what I mean.
I was giving you the opportunity to buzzer me. Come on.
No,
I haven't been buzzed tonight yet.
I know, you haven't said anything dumb. It just didn't happen tonight. You're off your A game, man.
Yeah, or I'm on my A game.
So yeah,
I don't know.
Depends on your point of view. Okay, so I'm looking ahead to next week. Yeah, we should be about normal schedule. The only question is Tuesday night. I have to go to Northern California on Tuesday, So that depends on how I'm feeling that day because I have an early flight out. So I'll have to see how I feel. But yeah, should be standard schedule for next week. A lot more Final Fantasy 14, and then Left Alive on Saturday night. So yep, that's it. But hey, you know what? If you're not in the Discord, you should be. This is where you get all the news about the Frito Bendito Taqueria. Apparently it's just Knock and Operator yelling at each other down in Monster Hunter. And then I guess there was a lot of chatter today up in general, which was kind of nice. I mean, I feel unfortunate that I was not available to join in on it.
There was quite a bit of chat in books as well.
I actually muted books. I told Knock to make books, but I flat out said I'm muting it because I don't care. That's pretty much the one area of my Discord I have no control over, and I really don't care. As long as you're following the rules, I don't care about what you talk about there. So anyway, I am out of here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I will be back on Monday morning. Monday night. Tuesday morning will be Zwift. Monday mornings are set aside for my long run. I will be doing 4.5 miles this next week. I did 5 this week. Get it together. Get it together, man. It's like...
Cut the crap. Just tell me what your freaking problem is.
Yeah. So anyway, usually it's just...
I've heard that you enjoy prancing around like an idiot. Is this true? I suppose that answers my question.
Yeah, so anyway. So we are doing left... Did you hear that one?
No.
Okay. So we're doing Left Alive on Monday. We'll do Zwift on Tuesday. So anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. Once again, my name is The Feral. The other guy you hear is William Paul. If you're not following him, you should. And I'm gonna shout him out. Go hit him up a follow. He's a good guy. He does pretty entertaining streams as well. Usually I'm in there just heckling him to death. So yep. So we'll see you on Monday afternoon. And good night, Isaiah Norris, wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
And we're gone. See ya. Bye.